Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the post Academy Awards edition of Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. No movie stars around here. Oh, well. Let's see. Oh, we have an intern behind the glass today?
It's not Steve?
It looks like some kid.
No.
He looks like he's about 15. What did you do? What did you do?
Just got a haircut.
You look like you're 16 years old, man.
Thank you.
That's a compliment. I'm telling you. I looked up and I had to look again. I knew it was you, but I had to look twice. It took like 10 years off his face.
He's rocking the Steve Rogers haircut.
Looks like he's going to go to work for Bank of America. That's a banker's haircut, buddy.
Or in the Army.
You got a part on the left-hand side and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the gentleman's cut is what it's called.
Captain America.
Does look like Captain America.
He looks like Captain America.
Yeah, he looks good. You look good, Stephen.
Thank you.
He either looks like he's going to go to work for some high-end corporation or...
I live out of a van.
Down by the river.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say like you were auditioning for a passion play and you were going to play the part of Jesus with the long hair. That's what I was going to say, and you got yourself living in a van. Okay, we'll go with that.
Hate to say what you think about me, that I'm going for a part for maybe
that
Sons of Anarchy.
That hair you have on your face, hair you have, you need to glue it on your head.
People ask me, where's my battle axe?
Mad Max, you just remind me, Mad Max, they won more awards than I have since. My goodness.
That's pretty awesome. I remind you of Mad Max.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Those two fellows I'm talking with are my producers. Stephen produces the audio, and Josh produces the video. You can watch the show at letstalknutrition.com. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We're off to another week. We do this day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out. We've been doing it now darn near 11 years come May. Wow. Thanks to you. I'm happy to be here. There's nothing else I would rather do than this. Right. I'm telling you, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. And I love to be able to talk with you and spend time. And I appreciate you taking the time to listen to the show. And if you can take the time to listen, I can take the time to talk to you, so you can call anytime you want. I don't care. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. And the show does air coast to coast, so it does play including Hawaii, and it does play at a different time in Hawaii. They're 6 hours behind us. So you have to check your local listings. Dominique Ostrander will be my guest today. She wants to talk about, she sent me an email, and there's something interesting going on in the medical community. And you can't make it up. I'll wait until she comes on. I'll let her tell you about it. It's a reflection of probably some experts consider the greatest health challenge and public health issue in America for the 21st century? Nope, not cancer. Nope, it's not. It's not aging. You know what it is. I talk about it all the time on this show. So we'll wait till she comes on, but there's something going on in the medical community that reflects this crisis. Stay tuned. All right, then. There was a study. If you're new to the show, I typically open with a monologue talking about stories and studies that are trending. Can't talk about all of them. We don't have enough lifetimes to do that. There's so much going on. I have to pick and choose. But there was a study coming out of Cambridge, that's University of Cambridge, in the Department of Psychology at Cambridge. And they published the study in the Quarterly Journal of Experimental Psychology. Pretty good journal. And they found that overweight young adults, what do you think the health issue would be with overweight young adults? What could it be? What would be the health issue? Heart disease? Not in severe form, probably could be a candidate. Cancer? Not quite yet. Memory? I would have never guessed it. Overweight young adults have poorer episodic memory. What is episodic memory? Episodic memory is that form of memory that is tied to your ability to recall past events. This was compared to their peers who were not overweight. We're just talking about overweight. I didn't say obese. The researchers found a statistically significant correlation between high body mass index and poor performance on a test of episodic memory. Wow. Around 60% of this was a study out of the United Kingdom, by the way. About 60% of United Kingdom adults are overweight or obese. This number is predicted to rise to about 70% by 2034. Well, we're beating the UK. We're the leaders we can't let them outdo us in obesity and being overweight. We have 68%.
So
right.
I should hurry down to the nearest 7-Eleven and just pack myself full of all kinds of good stuff?
Why are you standing up? Did you sit on a nail or something?
Because I don't want to go to a 7-Eleven and pack myself full of good stuff.
So I mentioned this the other day, and you took me to heart.
Yeah, I did.
You're standing up, doing your job today. You going to stand for the entire 2 hours?
Yes. I told you I'm going to do the entire week. I'm probably then on out. I do it in the other shows, so what's the difference?
Well, can you adjust this camera so that I can stand? I can get the box to stand and put my stuff on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to David. I'll get my
Get a little box.
Yes.
I'm using a water bottle box.
I see that. Obesity increases the risk of, you name it, heart disease, diabetes, all these physiological, sort of biological, if you want to call them that, diseases. But guess what? Obesity, this study would suggest, creates psychological health problems, also, such as depression and anxiety. Dr. Lucy Check in the study said, understanding what drives our consumption and how we instinctively regulate our eating behavior is becoming more and more important given the rise of obesity in society, she said. She went on, we know that to some extent hunger and satiety are driven by the balance of hormones in our bodies and brains. But psychological factors also play an important role. What does she mean? She said, we tend to eat more when distracted by television or working, and perhaps to comfort eat when we are sad, for example, close quote. Increasingly, Dr. Check went on to say, we're beginning to see that memory, especially episodic memory, the kind where you mentally relive a past event, is also important. How vividly we remember a recent meal, for example, today's lunch, can make a difference to how hungry we feel and how much we are likely to reach out for that tasty chocolate bar later on, close quote. I'm going to talk about obesity today. I'm going to give you my take on it. You might be a little surprised. You might think that I've gone off the cliff. Obesity is not a diet and nutrition problem. There's a hint.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Standing room only. I'm standing. This is a little different, right?
Yep.
Camera gets me in. Standing here at the station, there's in inside sales. There's a bunch of people there. It's like an army. They at certain times of the day, they are requested. I'll put it that way. Requested to stand and do their job for like a couple of hours at certain times of the day. And I'm going to have some point, maybe this week, I'll see if I can squeeze them in. One of the fellows in that department who heads that up really started this, I think. And it's David, you got it. Dave, I asked my man, you can bring it in. He'll let you in. I'm going to get one of the standing desks and, yeah, he gave it to you, huh? Yeah. Very good. One of their staff did. All right, thanks a lot. We'll put it together. And so they're standing, and they find that their productivity has gone up, people losing weight, and so on. Pretty good. So I think I'll stand and do the show for a change. I mentioned this to Josh the other day, and we'll get it during the break. And so I walked in this morning, and he went, poor thing, he went and found 2 old boxes.
There's Zephyrhill boxes.
There's Zephyrhill water bottle boxes, and he it took me to heart.
I'm trying to be proactive.
I wish my children had been as compliant as you are. I would have been a better parent. Okay.
Never mind how they turned out. It just matters how you look as a parent.
Exactly. It's all about me, don't you know? So I'm standing, and I've reported on this. They say that sitting is now the new smoking. Sitting is so deleterious to our health, and I'm standing as we do the show, and I feel comfortable. So when we were... At one point, we were at another station for a very brief time. And when I used to drive into work, I used to have to drive through the section of the city that was not sort of depressed. And I would see so many homeless people. I mean, young, old. Every morning I saw, that's how I started my day. It was pretty sobering. A study was at the University of California at San Francisco, focused on homeless people, and I want to report on it because it helps make a couple of points here. One, the plight and the condition of homeless people, but there's another point to be made, and I'll explain in a minute. It seems that homeless people, they found in this study, that are in their 50s, which is midlife, right? Those poor people have more geriatric conditions than those living in homes who are decades older. This is according to researchers, I said, at the UC San Francisco, who are they're doing this they're tracking them. 350 people who are homeless and 50 years of age and over in Oakland, who live in Oakland, California. Although the people in the study had a median age of about 58, they had more trouble doing such things as bathing, dressing, and eating than people who are 80-year-olds living in nursing homes. These homeless people had a harder time using transportation, taking their medications, managing money, applying for benefits, arranging for a job interview, finding a lawyer. You know, the things that people do in everyday life to get along. They had higher rates of cognitive and visual impairment and urinary incontinence, which I saw. You could see that people had no control, and the trousers would be wet and whatnot. Young people. And they weren't drunk. You know, in other words, they were suffering from incontinence. I saw that often. I have to tell you, on a personal note, it was very upsetting to see that every morning. It was devastating. I saw I saw it all. And the reason why there were so many people, homeless people congregated in this area, because there was a what do you call them, Stephen? Those places where they serve food for the homeless and whatnot. Homeless shelter, I guess, of sorts. And they would serve them breakfast and lunch and dinner. And so they would congregate there. So you really got to see a real cross section. In other words, being homeless and 50 years of age, you are most likely to be suffering from health conditions of people 80 years old, and those health conditions prevent them from trying to live everyday life. Dr. Rebecca Brown, assistant professor of medicine at the Division of Geriatrics at UC, said, usually we think of geriatric conditions as affecting much older adults in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. We found these conditions were very common in homeless adults with an average age of just 58. We studied a very vulnerable population, she said. Our systems need to be responsive to the challenges that these older adults have. About 40% of homeless adults reported difficulty with one or more activities of daily living, while a third reported having fallen in the past 6 months. About 25% had cognitive impairment, and 45% had vision impairment, and 48% had urinary incontinence. Come back, I want to make another point about this.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement, or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome to this beginning of the week edition, post-Oscar edition of Let's Talk Nutrition. The Oscars were kind of interesting last night. Of course, had a lot of social commentary about discrimination and race and whatnot. It's interesting. Chris Rock, you can expect the unexpected with him. And, he was Chris Rock. So I'm glad that Leonardo DiCaprio got the Academy Award finally. Took 25 years. When he first started, I didn't think he would be such a wonderful actor. When you look at his body of work, he really has done a remarkable job in his career, in many ways underrated. So I was happy for him. Nevertheless, Dominique Ostrander is my guest today. She'll be on in a minute. I was reporting on this study out of the University of California, San Francisco, on the homeless and how homeless people in the midlife are suffering from health conditions equivalent to people in their 80s living in nursing homes. Now, beyond the context of homeless and the tragedy of all of this, there's another point to be made, and that is, and I've talked about it on this show more than a few times in these many years, that most of the variance for aging is accounted for by diet and lifestyle and not genetics. Genetics is involved and accounts for a certain portion of the variance, and depending on who you listen, read, or talk to, it can range anywhere from 25% to 40% for genetics, and then the rest is diet and lifestyle. Even if it's 40% for genetics, that leaves 60% of your fate, your health fate, your aging fate, in your hands. This study is illustrative of the research on the impact of diet and lifestyle and the effect of those two giant variables, if you want to put it that way, on the aging process and quality of life. Living on the street, as these homeless people do, their lifestyle, what lifestyle? It's a lifestyle of suffering. And their diet, it has to be deficient nutritionally. So the study really captures, unintended, but it helps make the point that much of our longevity and quality of life destiny is determined by how we live and what we eat. That may seem obvious to many. And as obvious as it is, and as many people know, it is still difficult to persuade and get people to change or to adopt certain diet and lifestyle behaviors. It's a monumental challenge. So we have this obesity epidemic, and the war on obesity, we're not doing so well. We occasionally win a skirmish here or there, but for the most part, the war on obesity, like the war on drugs, is a colossal failure in so many respects. Some people will get up, experts and people who know a lot about this will get upset with me for saying that, but I said it, and I'm going to stick by my point of view on this. It's not that people aren't trying hard. That's not what I'm not suggesting that we're not trying hard or that we're not studying it enough or not doing enough. We're doing the best I don't know if we're doing the best we can. And I think we have to rethink what we're doing here, and this whole idea that overweight and obesity is a personal responsibility problem, and that's tied to what people eat, that it's diet and nutrition. Overweight and obesity is not a diet and nutrition problem. How do I know? Well, I can tell you, I can take one avenue. Weight loss diets, look at the research. They're horrible. They don't work. Dieting does not work. So if it's not a diet and nutrition problem, what is it? Well, it's a social problem. It's a psychological problem. It's a sociological problem. It is a nutritional and diet problem. It's an emotional problem. It's a relational problem. It's an environmental problem. It is so multidimensional that it's sort of like trying to fight this giant forest fire that's covering tens of thousands of acres. And you go and you put part of the fire out over here, one little sector, and it's raging everywhere else. And then you run over here, and then you run, and all the places where you put it out, it's now re-burning again. It's such a multidimensional problem, we can't marshal enough forces to deal with it. Because I think we're thinking about it in the wrong way. The problem is so bad that my guest today wants to share something with you, and it's reflective of how this problem has taken over our society. Dominique, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Good morning, Dr. Barco. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you insisted, and I'm glad that you did, that you wanted to talk about this article that you came across. Go ahead and share with the listener and the viewer what this article is all about.
Right. So basically what the article is all about is the amount of physicians that are graduating now from medical or getting certified now.
Physicians
in obesity medicine and treating the obese. And that how there's a record number of physicians getting certified in obesity medicine.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Every doctor I know has never told me in their course of study in medical school about some obesity certificate.
Right. Right. Exactly. So the whole point of this article was to point out that we are having such a crisis of obesity that we've had to have physicians become experts in this particular field, so far beyond what their normal, so to speak, medical training is in order to deal with the epidemic.
So you have cardiologists, pulmonologists, endocrinologists, and all the other ologists, and now you're going to have an obesceologist?
Sort of, yeah, exactly.
Try to say that, obesceologist. You can't make this up.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Hi, Bob. What are you doing? Oh, I'm getting ready to go see my obesceologist today. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. I just made that up. Turns out, thanks to my guest, Dominique Ostrander, we're going to talk about this. She made me aware of an article published on Medscape said record number of MDs graduate as obesity medicine experts. Now, these are physicians who went and got certified by the American Board of Obesity Medicine. There were 141 internists, 123 family physicians, 33 endocrinologists, 28 pediatricians, 24 obstetricians, gynecologists, and 10 surgeons, and 10 physicians were recertified. I guess they're obesceologists. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. Welcome back, Dominique. I have a caller. She wants to comment on the homeless piece that I was commenting on. Joan, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. I haven't heard from you in a while. You had some comment about the homeless?
Hi, Dr. Garko. Yes, I just want to say happy Leap Day. This is a leap day. We have an extra 24 hours in the year of 2016, so it's a great opportunity for everybody to do good things. And I did want to call about the homeless. Actually, all of your comments today were right on point. You talked about multidimensional with our obesity and the health crisis. And with the homeless, I also...
but you're just having all this stuff ready to play.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
You mentioned different factors of nutrition, lifestyle, relationship. The one thing I didn't hear you mention was mindset, and there is a move towards simple living, and I do have some friends who choose not to have homes, who live in community with the earth, and they're very healthy and happy. So I just wanted to bring up that just because you don't have a home, I know that's not what you're saying, but for people to think differently, there are people that purposely choose to live simply and avoid the excess of what we consider normal or abundance.
Yeah.
They consider that stressful. So I think we're going to see more of a move towards minimalism, simplicity, and better health by being in union with the earth.
In fact, what inspired me to talk about that homeless story was the story before that, where I was talking about obesity being a psychological problem as well. No question, it's psychological, sociological, it's anthropological. Right? Obesity, huh?
Sure. A hormone imbalance.
Yeah, it's biological. It's many things.
Yes.
The one thing the point that I make, and I'm not doing it to be hyperbolic, obesity is not a diet and nutrition problem solely, is the point I'm trying to make. If it were, we would have had the problem solved a long time ago. It's not just about diet and nutrition. And our common thinking is if we attack that sector, that dimension, we're going to resolve the problem. No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're absolutely right. It is not calories in, calories out. That's 1970s thinking. It's been proven that John Gabriel lost 225 pounds naturally, and he's an expert. He's in Australia now. He used to work on the stock market, and he basically he shows people to use visualization and such, and be mindful, of course, of the diet with hormone disruptors to naturally lose weight. It's not calories in, calories out like you're talking about.
It's not calories in, calories out solely.
Right.
It's sort of like an automobile. Forgive the sophomoric metaphor. But the automobile, even though it's a gasoline combustion engine, it takes more than gasoline to run it. Same thing with obesity. In other words, if the car's not running, it's not just it could be you're out of gas problem for sure, but it could be many other things: bad carburetor, bad transmission, whatever. Obesity is the same thing. We've thought for a long time that it's dieting. If you diet, you'll lose weight and everything's fine and dandy, proper nutrition, you're on your road to good, healthy weight and maintenance. Not true. And we have to rethink it. But I appreciate your point about homeless. Some people choosing, I'll put homeless in quotes, choosing to be homeless and not be caught up into the trappings of modern life.
Dr. Garko, I just want to thank you for your show, for helping to dispel the different myths such as, if you remember some years ago, they told us that fat makes us fat. And that is something that was very harmful to Americans because your brain is mostly fat. Your hormones need fat to be produced. So fat does not make you fat. Fat makes you healthy. So your show helps to bring this conversation to the forefront for people to think differently and not just blindly follow the crowd. So thank you, Dr. Garko.
Well, thank you for your call, and thank you for your thoughtfulness. Joan, I should tell the listener and viewer of the show, is a longtime listener of the show. She's a nurse of over 30 years. So I'm encouraged by, and she lives far healthier than I do. I mean, after this woman ferments food, she does, I don't know. There's a special place in health for people like me who try to help others with their health and nutrition and could do better. But you're a saint, and you will be so nutritional. You canonized a nutritional saint when you leave the earth, I'm sure. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Joan. I appreciate it. Dominique, welcome back.
Thank you, Dr. Garko.
So, are you going to go get certified in obesity medicine? What are you going to do?
I know.
You going to go take the test?
Considering my background, it might not be a bad idea, but it's really interesting. Well, the fact that you're calling it an obesceologist, I think, is actually, not cheeky or anything. I guess it could be, but it's a certification.
Why not?
From the American Board of Obesity. No, I agree. I think
we come back. Let's talk about it as a disease. I want to get from you. Do you think it's a disease? And I want to get your take on that. Given the pervasiveness, the depth and breadth of the epidemic, it may come to pass that in medical school, you will major in obesceology.
Mm-hmm.
Not just physiology, not cardiology, not endocrinology, but you're going to major in obesceology. I'm just saying, doctors are probably laughing. Say, what's that guy talking about? He didn't go to medical school. He's only a PhD. What's he know? Well, I know what my mother taught me, and that's plenty. And I could go just with that. We'll be back. Listen for these important messages in your local stations and support your local station that airs this show. They're wonderful people. We appreciate their support, and I appreciate you. We'll be back with Let's Talk Nutrition and Dominique Ostrander.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the post-Oscar edition of Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. I like the Oscars. It was, all that flash and bang, glitz and glamour. It's fun. I was looking at best and worst moments for the Oscars. There were some good ones, and boy, there were some not so good. Yeah. It ran late. I had to go to bed. I couldn't stay up. So, anyway. Glad that Leonardo DiCaprio won his Oscar. It took him 25 years to get recognized. He's really produced a wonderful body of work. He's a nice guy. He had his mom there. He looks just like his mom, as a matter of fact. Brought his mom. How cool is that, right?
That is pretty cool.
Damn right, man.
If I'd have won anything anywhere, I'd have loved to have my mom there.
Absolutely. Brought his mom. It's great. Love that.
Can you believe that it's taken this long for this guy to win? He's been on top of his game for a long time.
I know. He's sort of an outsider in some ways, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting. Nevertheless, you're on the inside here at Let's Talk Nutrition, no matter who you are, where you are, and whatever you may be doing while you're listening or watching the show. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, educator for Jarrow Formulas, a longtime sponsor of the show. And if you notice something different, if you're watching the show, yes, I'm standing. I have a standing desk, and I mentioned it last week that here at the station, everybody in sales, inside sales, are using standing desks, and they're requested to stand at certain times of the day. Productivity has gone up, and so on. I was talking to one of the producers during the break, and I told her, I said, I'm using a standing desk. She said, we now know that disc jockeys or radio talent that stand when they're doing the show have more energy. I don't know. Maybe I do. They can tell when they're sitting and when they're standing. It's interesting. So this reminds me when I was a professor. It's like being at a lectern. I did that for 25 years, and this is sort of like that. When I taught, I never sat down.
So by working the show, I'm getting a college education. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you listen, take good notes, pay attention, get involved. So now obesity has become such a bad problem. Bad problem. It's more than a bad problem. It's become such a problem that doctors, thanks to my guest, I found this out. Otherwise, I probably would have come upon it, but much later. Doctors are now taking an exam to get certified as an obesity expert. You can't make that up. Pretty soon they're going to have, in medical school, they're going to have, specialties. Like cardiologists, they're going to have now obesceologists. Dominique, welcome back to the show. Is obesity a disease? I asked you to think about that. Is obesity a disease?
Okay, so, technically, it is now.
What do you mean?
Now, whether or not I think so or not, it's not relevant. But
I'm interested in your opinion. Then we'll talk about how it's now. Do you think it's a disease?
I think it is a disease. I think that there are so many factors. Basically, like when Joan was calling and you were talking about, it's not just calories in and calories out. Well, I'm trained old school. My education is old school, and oftentimes it is calories in and calories out. And it really isn't any more complicated than that. And it isn't a glandular issue. And it really isn't a true food addiction. I consistently make wrong food choices, and I'm inactive, and therefore I am considered obese.
See, somebody would say then, why are you making those bad food choices? Why are you consistently doing the same thing wrong over and over again? Those who adopt the view that it's not just calories in, calories out, that it's not just a physiological, biological problem, that it's psychological, anthropological, psycho-emotional. I mean, I can go on and on. Sociological, social. You get my point.
Right.
It's environmental. We have an obesogenic. Obesogenic means that which promotes obesity. We have, for example, obesogenic environments. When I grew up as a kid in my neighborhood, you could run on the streets, you could go to the park, you could do this, you could do that, run into the woods. I lived near the city and I lived near the suburbs, so I had best of both worlds, or maybe the worst. And nowadays, kids, the environment is such that you don't even have sidewalks in places, let alone parks and recreational areas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think there is merit. You and I, over the years, have talked about this conversation, including when the American Medical Association, back in 2013, officially recognized obesity as a disease. So this has been a growing concern. But what I found very interesting about this article was obviously that the more physicians are becoming certified by having this exam, but that according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 78.6 million U.S. adults, which is 34.9% of the population, are obese.
It's amazing, isn't it? Better than a third is obese. That is stunning. And by 2050, they're talking high 70% range of overweight and obesity statistics being prevailing. I mean,
right.
I don't know. And people listening to the show or watching it may think, well, I'm not obese. This doesn't concern me. And guess what? It does.
Mm-hmm, it does. And the reason why it does, and I'll give a very quick explanation. Like Dr. Aron, who was a leader in this study, and he was an author, and he was attached to this Medscape article that I had sent you. He was saying that obesity is becoming increasingly recognized as a brain disease. So there's your answer for why do they make those bad choices over and over, in which critical signaling pathways in the brain are altered, with the result that often as people increase intake of fattening foods, their metabolism slows down, creating a vicious cycle. And this is what I'm not sure how to say his last name, Aron or
it's
Aaron.
Aron, or it could be Aron.
Aroni, exactly, yeah. So he was giving an example of a patient from 2 years ago, 260 pounds. This gentleman was 5'9", diabetes, poor blood sugar control, and he was on multiple medications. He was the manager of a fancy food store in New York, and the patient was absolutely convinced that no physician could ever do anything for him, stating, "I eat for a living, so I'm not going to listen to any advice about diet." Here was someone who had clearly failed, Dr. Aron said. He was gaining weight, his blood sugar was getting worse, he had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, everything you associate with obesity, including a sleep disorder. And despite the fact that he was on 9 medications, things were not going well.
And he didn't even talk about his relational life. God knows what that train wreck was like.
Exactly. So looking at the patient with expertise, Dr. Aron realized that 4 of the medications the patient was taking were actually contributing to his weight gain.
Jesus.
So he adjusted the medicines, ones that would help with weight loss, and asked the patient to do very simple dietary things, which I'm kind of sad that they don't list what those dietary things were. And then the bottom line is he saw him last week, and he weighs less than 200 pounds, so that's a 60-pound weight loss maintained for a year.
So I have a friend. This is a similar. He doesn't run a fancy food store where he has to eat for a living. He's a car salesman, and he's a wonderful man. He weighed 325 pounds last year. He's lost 50 pounds. He called me the other day out of the blue to tell me. And he did it one day at a time, 1 pound at a time. We'll talk about that.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, I guess we're going to get to a point in our country, in this culture, in this society, speaking of America, where I don't know what it'll take. We're approaching 70% of the population being overweight or obese. When do you think we'll be at DEFCON 5? When do you think that's going to happen? When we're at 80%, 90%, and all of a sudden, panic should have set in a long time ago. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, and made me aware of a wonderful article on Medscape where a physician, he's out of New York, his name's Dr. Aron, and I'll let you go ahead and share with the viewer and the listener that article. Again, repeat what we said earlier to bring people up to date. Go ahead, Dominique.
Okay, so basically this article was about the record number of medical doctors graduate as obesity medicine experts. They're graduating with flying colors, which is good news, and it's from the American Board of Obesity Medicine, abbreviated ABOM, certified examination in December 2015 as the nation struggles to fill the burgeoning need for specialists who know how to treat obesity. So results from the ABOM show that had 429 examinees passing the test late last year, including 10 physicians who were recertified.
Okay. So this is interesting.
It is, and it included internists, family physicians, endocrinologists, pediatricians, OBGYNs, and 10 surgeons.
Okay, so you see what's happening here? What's happening is like heart disease and other cardiovascular related diseases became a specialty. It's called cardiology. Then you have endocrinology. Then you have all of these different specialties. You see where we're moving here. We're moving towards obesceology. That's how you can't make this up. In little by little, incrementally, we keep adjusting and adapting to the condition instead of changing the condition. This is absolutely remarkable. It's a train wreck happening right before our eyes, and we can't stop it. It's just stunning what's going on. You asked the question, you said, gee, I wish I knew what Dr. Aron was doing, right?
I wish I knew what he recommended when he talked about.
Well, I have the answer.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. What is it?
Okay. So he proposes a multi-faceted approach. During the break, I went and I found he's considered an obesity expert. And the simple idea behind Dr. Aron's approach is a nutrient breakdown for daily meals, which is designed, and I've talked about this on the show, I feel vindicated, to slow the body's rise in insulin, thereby lessening the craving for food. I've said this a gazillion times on the show. Control your blood glucose and insulin levels, eat a lot of fiber. If you do those two things, you'll start to lose weight no matter whatever else is going on in your life with this problem.
Yep.
So he says, eat less, vary your foods, eat slow-burning carbohydrates, exercise, set realistic goals, and drink holy water. No, I made the last thing up.
And all of the things that, like my field that has dealt with obese patients for a very long time, has always recommended. So the recommendations are nothing new.
You have a product at Jarrow Formula called Glucose Optimizer.
Yes.
You should be selling that stuff by the carload.
Remember how we were saying that statins were going to be in the water?
What? No. What Dr.
Dr. McAllister had
Dr.
said that?
McAllister called the show one day. He said those cardiologists want to put statins in the water.
Right.
Dr. McAllister. I haven't heard from him in a long time. How is he doing? Do you know?
I think he's doing good.
Well, he needs to call the show if he's listening. I'd like to hear from him. I like that guy. And he was criticizing the use of statins. He said the cardiologists, if they had their way, they would put statins in the water. You got to put these insulin supplements in the water. How about that, like glucose optimizer? How about that?
That would be great.
You should be selling that by the carload. If I were at Jarrow Formulas in the marketing department, I can say we're going to have a huge campaign on glucose optimizer. The goal is to sell 2 metric tons of the product this year. I think you could do it, given the obesity epidemic.
Right, and I think that unfortunately people still associate blood glucose control with I already have a disease. I've already been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, for example, or the doctors told me, hey, you better watch your blood sugar because, I see it's getting elevated. Your fasting blood glucose levels are above 100, and so let's keep an eye on this. But again, if there's other factors involved with that, if a doctor takes your fasting blood and your blood glucose levels are elevated and you are already obese, he will put you on medication.
I just wonder, these doctors that are getting certified in obesity and now are, not my word, obesceologists, I'm making that up just to be ironic. Maybe I won't be so. Maybe that's going to pop up in the literature. We now have obesceology as a specialty.
We should hashtag it on the Facebook page.
Put my name on it.
I'm going to hashtag it and tag you.
Put my name on that damn thing. I want.
You want full credit.
No, I want to be on record. Go ahead, tag me with it. I lost my train of thought. I get too amplified. We'll be back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, coast to coast, including Hawaii. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, educator for Jarrow Formulas. Now, given that what I said earlier in the show, that dieting and nutrition are not the answer to weight loss solely, because it's such a multidimensional problem, that doesn't mean you ignore diet and nutrition. It means to say, what I'm meaning to say is that you have to understand that for some people, you can just focus on their diet and get some results and you'll have success. I think that's a small group of people. It's a small minority. I think the problem for most people is more problematic, more multidimensional. It's psycho-emotional, it's social, it's environmental, it's a lot of different things because people are complicated critters, as it turns out. So you got to be realistic. My question to you, Dominique, is this. These doctors that are getting this certification in obesity and becoming obesity experts, I wonder what they're teaching them. Is it medication? What are they teaching them? That's what I'd like to know. Are they teaching them about dietary supplements, for example, nutraceuticals? Are they teaching them about behavioral change, cognitive change, behavioral change, cognitive behavioral therapy? Are they teaching them about, you get my point? Or are they just...
I am, and we have a follow-up show tomorrow, so I am hoping to have the answers to that for tomorrow.
I wish you would find out, because if all they're doing is teaching them about the medications that are going to help with overweight and obesity, that is a little shallow.
Mm-hmm.
They got to teach. So, nevertheless, your blood glucose optimizer is a wonderful supplement, not just for people who have type 2 diabetes, for anybody who.
Yep.
We're now learning that if you can control your glucose and insulin levels, even if you're not obese, keep them within range.
Mm-hmm.
You will age more successfully. You'll live longer. There's research now to support it. Do you have berberine in your lineup of supplements anywhere?
No.
That particular compound is really, it's been around a long time. I know you're familiar with it.
It's in the same family. I am very familiar with it. It's in the same family as pterostyl.
It's in the same family as sterotyl.
It's the same family. And so where the difference is that pterostyl is highly lipophilic. So anytime something is lipophilic, you have very high bioavailability, and it lasts in your body longer. Your body doesn't clear it as quickly, which is why, for example, pterostyl and probably berberine are very effective at controlling blood sugar.
Nutraceutically, chromium picolinate. Do you have that in your?
Yes.
You have that one.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, chromium picolinate.
It's in the glucose optimizer.
It's in the glucose optimizer. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's a healthy blood.
Well, it's actually wait, no, that's not a chromium picolinate. It's a chromium from the Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It's a nutritional yeast.
I see.
But we do make a chromium on its own.
Picolinate. Yeah, that will support blood sugar levels that are already...
And that's old school, mind you. That chromium picolinate is probably...
It's okay. Old school.
20, 25 years old school in terms of being able to be effective.
Water's been around a long time, too.
Right, exactly.
Is water old school? Is water old school? Water's not old school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Water's water, man. You need it. Chromium picolinate is one. I mean, I'm all for new school. I'm all for learning new things. But, the rudiments of learning and teaching, some of those have, they'll be forever. Look, they did okay in Greece over 2,000 years ago in teaching people. They produced Aristotle, Plato. I could go down the list. Right?
Right.
Okay, so they did okay, and they didn't have iPhones and all the technology. All they had was the ability to talk to one another. How about that? That's old school. So chromium picolinate will help control your blood sugar levels if they're already within normal range. You don't have to take these supplements and have your glucose and insulin levels out into space. If they're already in normal range, these can be taken as preventive, in a preventive fashion. Yeah, you get my point. Alpha lipoic acid. You have that in your lineup.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Alpha lipoic acid is doesn't that, or maybe I misspoke. I'm thinking about carnitine, that picks up fat and transports it. And you have the GPLC.
Right,
yes, that's what I meant to say. I misspoke. The L-carnitine can be, I know it's an amino acid, but it'll pick up fat, transport it to the mitochondria, and burn it as energy. Your GPLC product, glycerine propionyl L-carnitine, that one, which I've used for 5 years now, that also helps burn fat too as energy, right?
And especially, so the problem is that, so really quick, alpha lipoic acid actually will do the same thing. Not quite the same mechanisms. It does regulate carbohydrate metabolism, and it increases mitochondrial health. This is what alpha lipoic acid does, because it's helping to regulate this kind of metabolism. So it takes the strain off the mitochondria, basically, is an easy way to remember it. Of course, ours is a pharmaceutical-grade alpha lipoic acid. But now to talk about the GPLC, the carnitine forms, the GPLC form, carnitine tartrate, carnitine fumarate, those particular forms of carnitine help actually, yes, they do help you burn fat, help you utilize it for energy, which is very difficult for people that are sedentary. For people that don't lead active lifestyles, whose bodies are not efficient at using fat for energy, carnitine can definitely help support that.
Okay. Do you have cinnamon in your lineup?
Cinnamon is
a cinnamon extract.
Not by itself. No.
I know it's an antioxidant. It's an antioxidant support nutraceutical, but there's some evidence, some studies to suggest that it may support healthy blood glucose levels already within normal range.
Yes, exactly. We would say sprinkle cinnamon, as much as you can handle, even heavier in your oatmeal, if you like it in your coffee. And all of this would be to help control blood sugar levels, especially in the morning, where you don't want that spike starting.
So cinnamon, berberine, L-carnitine, GPLC,
Peristilbene, glucose optimizer, alpha lipoic.
Giving you a lot of choices here to help control that. It's a key metabolic strategy, using these different compounds to control blood glucose and insulin levels, all other things being equal. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. It is Coast to Coast. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. We'll have the LTN Health Question of the Day. Here's some important messages from your local sponsors.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' Pledge of Integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. I was reporting on a study in which a certain group of people suffer geriatric conditions decades earlier than everybody else. For example, they end up they suffer such geriatric conditions such that they can't they have trouble bathing themselves, dressing themselves, and eating, and whatever. And having diseases that would take hold later in life. What group of people am I referring to? A, rich people, B, homeless people, or C, medical expert people? Which group of people end up suffering geriatric conditions decades earlier? A, rich people, B, homeless people, or C, those medical expert people? 877-897-8255. Toll free. And we'll see if you get this one today. I stumped the audience the other day. We should have alerted the media because that's a rare occasion. Right, Josh?
Especially when I'm flashing the answers up on the screen half the time.
Well, there you go. So Josh and I, Dominique, have been standing the entire show.
Nice. I've been standing the entire show.
That's because you're in a phone booth. You're a superwoman.
Remember
You're getting.
Do we even have those anymore?
Phone booths? Nah, not really. You stand outside, and they got like a little roof, and you stand there, and the rain goes still. Yeah, no, they don't. Superman is now hard pressed. He doesn't know where to change.
Broom closet.
So, do you have mulberry extract in your lineup?
No.
I gave you two suggestions. Tell Jarrow that you were talking to me. They should put berberine in the lineup, mulberry. Mulberry extract is another compound. It contains moranolin. That's the key active in that product. It delays carbohydrate absorption and will promote healthy blood sugar levels already within normal range. Mulberry. You know anybody that lives in Mulberry, Florida?
No.
Yeah, mulberry, berberine, pterostilbene, glucose optimizer. These are, some cinnamon. These are all will help with blood glucose, chromium picolinate, an oldie but a goodie. Yeah. Let's go to Joan in Largo. Joan, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Hi, thank you. I've been standing the whole show too. Yay.
Are you in a phone booth as well?
No, just walking around cooking and getting things done. So.
Yeah, doing laundry and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
So, which group of people experience geriatric problems in midlife compared to their counterparts or their peers? Rich people, homeless people, or those medical expert people?
That would be homeless.
The homeless people, unfortunately. God, they suffer. They suffer. I hear people say such unkind things about the homeless. It's their fault. They should take responsibility. Fate can be so unkind and so indiscriminate in what it can do. And sometimes people can control everything. Sometimes stuff happens and it's beyond anybody's control. We should be more kind, I think. Don't you?
I agree with you, Dr. Garko, and having strong opinions without knowledge to back them up and then doing actions to help fix it, that's pretty detrimental too.
Yeah, so I had a guest on the show the other day said something like, I'm paraphrasing the quote, it's not what you don't know that ends up doing you in, it's what you know that is not so. It's what you know that's not so that does you in. Right? Yeah. During this political season, that seems to abound. Congratulations. I squeezed that in. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card, Joan. Thank you for your contribution to the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You do the same. Dominique, this is an interesting topic that you Terry in Zephyr Hills. Welcome to the show, Terry.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I'm friends with Dominique, and she asked me to call and tell you that I had also lost some weight.
How much did you lose?
I lost 50 pounds. I've had it off for over a year now.
How did you do it?
1 pound at a time, just watching my eating habits and.
What was one of the things
exercise.
that you what was one of the things you changed about just one of the things you changed about your diet that really helped?
Junk food. Cut down on the junk food.
What kind of junk food? What kind of junk food were you eating?
Potato chips were my downfall, and soft drink, sodas.
How hard was it? How hard was it to wean yourself off of those foods?
Very, very, very hard. You know, I'm 61 years old, and I've been eating them all my life. You know, so it's like very, very hard. And then
Did you do it cold turkey, or how did you do it?
I did it cold turkey.
Wow, that's hard to do. That's hard to do. Congratulations. I'm going to tell you something. You say you're 61. That's young in this day and age. If you can lose that much weight and keep it off, you know what? You could become an astronaut if you wanted to.
Thank you. I've got 50 more to go, so I'm going to start the next 50 pounds now.
Congratulations.
So I want to start.
That's.
Do you have any? I'm having a hard time getting started on the next 50.
Keep doing what you're doing, and keep listening to the show. Listen to what I'm telling you. Control your blood glucose and insulin levels in the way that I talk about on this show, based on the research, and you will see the task will be much easier.
All right. Well, thank you.
I'm not overweight or obese. I am obsessed with blood glucose and insulin levels. I finally got it into my thick marble head, that granite brain, that I needed to do that. And since I've been doing that, I can see a difference and feel a difference. So talk to Dominique. Good. Dominique knows what to tell you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Please call the show. Please call me back and talk to me again. Would you please?
You got it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Dominique, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow, Dominique.
Yes. I'll see you
All right.
tomorrow.
Find out what they're teaching these doctors to become obesity experts. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. We'll continue tomorrow with Dominique.